And I was like, oh my gosh, I was absolutely like mortified. Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going on a flight attendant trip. After I finished getting ready, I packed up my suitcase and then put my uniform on. I brought my luggage downstairs and packed some snacks for my trip. I then loaded up my car and drove to the DFW airport. I parked in the employee lot and took the bus inside. Once I made it through security, I headed to my gate, and once on the plane, I stowed my luggage and completed my pre-flight safety checks. We then worked 2 flights. The first was from Dallas to Orlando, and then we flew from Orlando to Phoenix. Once in Phoenix, we had to change planes, so I was able to grab dinner from the restaurant Wildflower, and I quickly ate this on the plane before we started boarding again. Then we had our last flight of the night from Phoenix to Burbank, California, where I have an overnight layover. Oh my, look at my snazzy hotel room here in Burbank, California. The bathroom is beautiful too. I love that Hollywood sign. Look how pretty this is over here. The attention to detail. I just love it. Today was a really long day of flying. I think total our duty day was about 12.5 or 13 hours, but it was a great day. We had no delays, no bad weather, no cancellations. It was like everything just went how it was supposed to and as planned, and it was just a wonderful day at work. It's 10:30 p.m. here in California, which means that it is really 12:30 a.m. in Dallas, which is the time zone that I'm used to. So I'm going to take a shower and head to bed, but I do have some really fun plans for tomorrow. This is a long layover that I'm really excited about. Good morning, Burbank. It is really hazy out today, but I do have this beautiful view. Tu eres Carla? I've had a very cozy morning on this layover, and right now I am practicing my Spanish using the app Babbel.
Yo soy Lucía Martínez.
Yo soy Lucía Martínez. Lately, I've been really enjoying working on my Spanish while I'm on flight attendant trips, at layovers, or just hanging out at the airport or waiting at home for crew scheduling to call me. I really want to be conversational with the Spanish-speaking passengers that I have on my flights, especially since I really do love to do those South American routes. I've really liked using the app Babbel because it teaches you the language that you're learning by using real-life situations and dialogues. It doesn't even take a lot of time either, with just 10 to 15 minutes per day. Babbel uses these really short but fun and engaging sessions that are proven to get you speaking your new language in as little as 3 weeks. What's really unique about Babbel specifically is there are no machine learning algorithms. All of the lessons are developed by over 150 plus language teachers. There are so many different ways that you can learn through the app, such as podcasts, games, live courses, and so much more through your subscription. Babbel was kind enough to sponsor today's video, so if you click the link in my description box below, you can get up to 65% off. I hope you all check out that link. I'm leaving my hotel room now, and my Uber should be here in about 6 minutes. I just had my Uber driver drop me off at the Brush Canyon Trail, and I believe this is a hike that I can take up to the Hollywood sign. Right now it is 72 degrees Fahrenheit out and cloudy. It feels like a very nice temperature to go hiking because it's cool and the sun isn't beating down on you. I've never done this hike before, so I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm just gonna follow the path and hope I make it there. There's a bunch of cars parked over here and a lady walking her dog, so I'm gonna assume that I'm going in the right direction.
Right here under the thumb of the cold air, a calling from something that's out there somewhere, wondering when
I'm obviously on my hike right now, and I'm a little winded, and something caught my eye. Some of y'all will probably think this is so cheesy, but look around. Look at all of these dead leaves and dead plants. And then there's this beautiful flower that is still alive and blooming. The most beautiful purple and white colors. That flower just reminded me that sometimes we can be in really toxic or unhealthy environments that maybe aren't the best for us. And if that happens to be you, then just know that it won't always be like that. It's not always going to be a struggle. But even in those moments of struggle, and when things are really hard and your environment isn't exactly what you want it to be, you can still bloom and you can still be beautiful and you can still shine. And I don't know, that's what that flower kind of spoke to me today. I guess that's my like hippy dippy connection to the earth speech for the day.
Departing from here, anyone else would go back inside.
If you ever plan on going on this hike, just know that it is a bit strenuous. This is only a portion of what I've done so far. And then I have the rest of this path to go down to, but I think the sign is just over there. But this is really good. One of my favorite ways to stay active as a flight attendant is to go out on my layovers and walk as much as possible because it's good cardio, gets your body moving, and there's so many beautiful sights to see all across the country and the world. All right, yay, we're close now, less than a mile away. So last night, I almost bought tickets to Universal Studios because I actually really love theme parks. I think they're so much fun, but I decided not to because I've already been and I wanted to do something different on this layover that I haven't done before, hence why I'm doing this hike. But if I have another long layover here in Burbank, I am definitely gonna buy tickets to Universal because after seeing that Harry Potter sign in the elevator, I just wanted to go so bad. I love Harry Potter. I read all of the books, I've seen all of the movies. I used to go to the midnight book premieres at Barnes & Noble with my mom. I think too, Harry Potter was the first book series that I ever read that, you know, were like long books and had chapters and really in-depth storylines. And I think it's one of the series that really sparked my love for reading. Next time, for sure, that's what I'm doing. Even if I have to go by myself. Like today, none of my crew members really wanted to hang out, which is totally fine, but I still wanted to get out and do things, so here I am. I don't know how well my camera will pick up on it because it's still pretty hazy out, but these views are absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, you guys, can finally see the sign, but it's still really far away. I hope that maybe I can get closer.
Walk 1,000 good miles from my hometown, leaving everyone behind as they're slow.
I just got back to my hotel room and I had some food delivered. I ordered from a restaurant called Grainville, and obviously I'm not from around here, so I have no idea if it's gonna be good or not. I am so hungry after that hike. I got a chicken, pesto, tomato, and mozzarella sandwich. It looks delicious with some sweet potato fries. I really hope that this sandwich is as good as it looks. I feel like too, when you eat, when you're super hungry, especially after you've exercised, the food just tastes that much better. Let's try one of the sweet potato fries. That's pretty good too. I haven't had sweet potato fries in a really long time. All right, y'all, so I just got ready for dinner with my friend. I'm just wearing these shorts with a black long sleeve crop top. I'm meeting up with my friend Ava, who just moved back here to Los Angeles, so I'm super excited to see her. She is one of my longest friends. We have been friends since middle school. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 5:27 a.m. I do need to head downstairs for my pickup to the airport, but dinner last night with my friend Ava was so much fun. She is one of my oldest and dearest friends. It was just so good to see her. But today we do have 3 flights, and our first flight is from Burbank back to Phoenix. Bye, Burbank. You're so much fun. Going down. I love all of the Universal Studios signs that have been at this hotel. It's so fun. We just landed in Phoenix, Arizona. We have about an hour and a half until our next flight, so I'm waiting in line to get some breakfast right now, but then our next flight is from Phoenix to Chicago. The airport is really busy today. This is the line to get breakfast. I'm sorry it's super loud at the airport right now, but I got a breakfast sandwich and a small cappuccino. I was expecting it to be super tiny, but this is actually pretty big for a small. I'm sitting down for just a second real quick to breathe and have a sip of my coffee. I cannot believe how busy the airport is today. Anyways, right now I'm about to head over to my gate and work our next flight to Chicago. Just boarded our new plane here in Phoenix. We have about 25 minutes until we start boarding again, so I think I'll eat my breakfast sandwich now because my stomach is growling. I'm super hungry. I don't even remember what I ordered, but this looks delicious. We have bacon, egg, I think that's arugula, and maybe pepper or tomato, but yum. This sandwich is huge. It's like the size of my head. Okay, so I'm just about done with my sandwich, but I have to tell you guys the funniest story. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this yesterday. So, not yesterday, but the day before, on my flight to Orlando, this passenger boards and he looks at me and he goes, "Are you based in Orlando?" And I said, "No, I'm based in Dallas. Why?" And then he goes, "You spilled water on me 2 weeks ago." And I was like, "Are you sure that was me? Like, are you positive?" And then he told me, he's like, "No, I'm positive." He's like, "You're Julia. Unless if you have a twin that's also named Julia, you spilled water on me." And I was like, oh my gosh, I was absolutely like mortified, but he wasn't mad at me at all. He was like joking. So later on in the flight, I go up to him and I'm like, "Do you have your old boarding passes, or like, do you know the flights that you were on so we can verify if like it was actually me?" This guy was actually on one of my flights from Washington, DC to Orlando. And I just thought that was so funny. Like, what a small world that we both ended up on the same plates and that I spilled water on him. But he said it was okay because there was turbulence, so no harm, no foul. But I just thought that was like super funny and wanted to share it with you all. But anyways, we are about to board in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna make sure I have all of my stuff cleaned up and that everything is ready for the passengers, and I will see you all when I get to Chicago. Just landed in Chicago. The flight was 2 hours and 50 minutes long. It was smooth and everything went well. We have about another hour before our last flight of the night, which is from Chicago back to Dallas, and then we will be done with this 3-day trip. Right now, I'm just hanging out on the plane. Luckily, we did not have to change aircrafts. We keep this plane all the way through to Dallas. We can just sit and relax for a little bit before we do our last flight. Today is definitely a bit of a long day, but I really don't mind it, to be honest, because we had such a long layover in Burbank, and I think the flight to Dallas from Chicago is usually around 2 hours, so I will see you all when I get back home tonight. Hi everyone, so I am back in Dallas now. I actually have about the next week off of work, so I'm really excited to have some downtime. But then for the month of September, I do have 2 trips so far that I am super excited about the layovers, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you all with me for those trips. But before I conclude this video, make sure that you guys check out that link in my description box below for Babbel, where you can get up to 65% off and learn a new language. I hope that you all are doing well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.